Yeah,
Talking Rizzle.
there's a new holiday song. Let's check it out.
Well, the tide is finally turning, and Kamala's speech is slurring. Thank God we're saying bye to Joe. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke. And the mainstream media's dying, their viewers shaving their heads and crying. What is a woman? Well, they still don't know.
See, you know what's funny? I have to
Let's
get
break
into
it
this
down.
already. I have to get into this. We let it play for 30 seconds.
No, yeah, we have to break down the song stanza by stanza, bar for
The
bar.
thing is, let's start with the aesthetic choice over here.
Yeah.
What is it? Explain to me, Griffin. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm desperate to. What is it with white people and the ugly dudes with face tattoos, like ugly white boys? They've got their Jello roll. They've got this guy, Tom Macdonald. He looks like a weirdo. He looks like the kind of guy that if he had a different skin tone, they would want round up and put in prison. But for some reason, because he has white guy energy and he's affirming their value system, somehow they think it's cool now. It's pretty, I don't know. It's just the cringiest thing I've ever seen. This like,
Yeah, the face tattoos used to be degenerate unless you're using them to attack, the libs, and then the face tattoos are good, I guess.
I
guess
blame
that's...
Little Peep for all of this. I think he started the problem. I think that a lot of guys, they were like, how can I get some cheap clout? Oh, this white guy, he had face tattoos and it worked out for him on the internet. Let me go into this. Also, obviously, R.I.P. Little Peep. I've never heard a single song by him. Sometimes
I've never heard a single hateful word come out of Lil Peep's mouth. Whereas opposed to when we see this right here, these guys, they're. I mean, first of all, this Tom is singing, which is outside of his normal register. Normally, he's rapping, and you can really see why he does not have the pipes for this kind of traditional parody song.
No, it reminds me of when Eminem started going melodic, and that was when I tuned out. The more that Eminem sang on the album, the less I was here for it.
Or just go auto-tune. Just auto-tune it. But this feels half-assed, and honestly, this isn't even that pimp because the shots are very tight. Like, this could be like a very cheap
Where the
studio...
hose at, by the way? Why you such a chilly pimp, bro?
Right. There's no elves. That's the other thing is like, the conservatives are making these songs and these videos.
What happened to the Nookie, man? What happened? That was the one thing the white rappers were holding it down with.
Exactly, and they've lost that. They need to return to that tradition.
What are you doing it all for now?
But I guess my point is like they're insistent on how happy they are, yet somehow they are all alone and can't carry a note. Let's continue.
They tried to stop us by taking his life, but they missed, so it's fight, fight, fight.
Oh my God!
Look at this ugly motherfucker, man. Jeez, I can't even think of the right.
I mean, let's be real. This could be either of us in like 10 years if we lose all connection to friends and family. Like, we aren't that far away from this. Okay, like. This is a warning. This is a sort of a ghost of future past warning you that this could be. You could be to be a Scrooge as a young white man is now just to be a MAGA rapper. That's kind of the Scrooge, right?
This is like if Macklemore one day at the thrift shop hit the meth pipe and moved down, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna start kicking it with the Island Boys, and Riff Raff and the guy that inspired Alien and Spring Breakers, and he's like, you know what, this is who I am now. Doesn't he kind of look like Macklemore if he got a bunch of face tattoos?
He looks like
all
if
white
Macklemore,
people look the same. We know that.
That's true.
They fought, but
Did you want to chime in one more time? I'm sorry.
I'm just saying Macklemore. Macklemore definitely is the kind of white boy rapper that learned Christmas lessons, and this one I don't think has.
January is coming. Half of Hollywood's already running. They're finding new countries to call home. Screw the woke, screw the woke, screw the woke.
Sorry, man, you can't make me think you're like happy. There's nothing like the light is not in your eyes, brother. That's there's no happiness. There's no joy here. This is not my Christmas.
I want to know what circumstances the man's hog tattoo came under, because I think it's some weird way of like virtue signaling to the worst people on earth. But I'm like, bro, I don't know. The face, I have a lot of tattoos, guys. I have hand tattoos. Sometimes people ask me about that. So I'm not here to judge anybody, but I've always been a little side-eyed about the willingness to do like all over your face tattoos. Like the only person I regularly interact with that has face tattoos is the person that gives me my tattoos. And that makes a little more sense to me.
That makes sense. Exactly. It's like a doctor using his own supply. But like, yeah, I mean, my brother has face tattoos. I feel like he went too far there. Like, there's something where it's like, have you considered getting into video games or a hobby? Like instead, like try that for a few years before you get a face tattoo. Try Diablo 4. I don't know. Like, just try anything else first.
Did he get words, or is it a picture like this guy's side of his face kind of style?
He's got all sorts of stuff, and to be honest with you, you don't look too deeply because there might be political implications. I don't want to know what the political implications are of my brother's tattoos, so I try to just see them as a forest rather than individual trees.
Don't want to know the affiliation. Respect.
I'm gonna kill myself.
As the drones fill up our skies, and Ukraine still wants more dough, and the left tries to take our rights. They want us bending a knee, but we won't.
Okay, the thing is that these guys, they don't have any original thoughts to contribute. AI could have written this song. It probably did. To be honest, they just put into a chat GPT. They were too lazy to even try it multiple times.
That's
this
such a
is probably
good point,
the first time it spat back out, oh, I know. Can you take the top 10 Fox News talking points and turn it into a Let It Snow riff? And then I, out of my range, am going to sing it to an audience of gullible white people.
Yo, we're like the Anthony Fantano of MAGA rappers, okay? We're breaking this shit down.
Real talk, bro. I'm feeling like, honestly, being fair and charitable, I'm feeling a 2.
And Epstein didn't kill himself.
I thought rappers with face tattoos thought smoking crack was cool. That's how DMX went platinum. Hit the crack pipe, went platinum. This man doesn't even know the history.
Yeah, it's like, this is just undercover cops at this point, right? Like you're against sex workers and you have face tattoos. Like let's call it a break here. Like, is it because you're like, maybe he was like slightly chubby and he wanted to look more thinning? Like, I just don't get it.
We got to go back to the 90s, everybody. I honestly overstepped. I thought the lowest that this kind of genre could sink was the rap metal phenomenon, right? I thought Kid Rock, Fred Durst,
new metal.
I thought those guys were the bottom of the barrel. I was like, oh, thank God we already found out what the bottom of hip-hop looks like. We can now go only up forever. There's nowhere else to go that's worse than that. No, they found a new way. I'm now relishing in the fact that at least Kid Rock fucked with some hoes. At least Kid Rock was rocking with a better aesthetic than this guy. He would roll out with a fucking mink coat, you know. Fred Durst, at least, you know, he was in it for the nookie.
Kid Rock feels like authentic compared to whatever this is. This feels very like Walmart, off the shelves. Like this seems like a private school kid. Like this room, like everything about this. Like I get that you want to.
This only makes sense if it's secretly Macaulay Culkin, right? He's only allowed to do this if it's actually Macaulay Culkin and it's just elaborate cosplay right now. I'm waiting for him to just wipe his face and be like, I got you fuckers one last time. Macaulay, this was a good one. Thank you for, always having a little bit of a Christmas hijinks for us.
Home Alone 3 was actually January 6th.
Screw the woke.
Screw the woke.
Screw the woke.
Why does he keep doing that?
But like they have literally gone from like they've gone so lib in terms of like wanting to trigger and wanting and getting mad and upset and not even in victory being able to be happy that they are literally turning into snowflakes. Like that he is physically morphing into a snowflake before our very eyes. a terrible song. 2 out of 10, I think, is generous.
2 out of 10 is generous and fair because here at Circle Jerk America, okay, we recognize the Riz where it comes, and sometimes, not often, but sometimes, it comes from, a guy with face tats, but not today.
Yeah,
folks,
and
not
listen,
today.
I'm
2 out of
okay
10,
with a
the deuce.
conservative Christmas song, okay? I'll do a conservative Christmas song, but please carry a goddamn note if you're gonna get on
100%.
camera.
Christmas in Harlem slaps, okay, and that's from a deranged Christian, okay.
Oh, wait, which
Kanye
one is
at least
that?
put it down. You know what I mean? And I'll give that one strong 8. Strong 8
Yeah.
out of 10. Christmas in Harlem.
Yeah, you know who wrote Feliz Navidad? Mussolini, and we're okay with that.
You know what? The Italians, sometimes you got to write them a pass. They invented spaghetti. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Luigi Mangione, you know what? He did it for all of us. So you know what? They're working back. They're working back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Luigi's actions have fully cleansed Italians' past history, and now they're working off of zero again.